Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to be going over some things you should know before buying your first knife. Buying your first knife in Counter-Strike 2 is an amazing milestone getting into the skins market, so I'm going to be going over 5 key topics today. What to look for when buying your first knife, what to avoid, where to buy it, how to go about selling it, and we're going to be touching on something at the end that everyone should know, so stay tuned for that. And a little disclaimer, just buy what you like. In this video, I'm just going to be making some points on how to make smarter decisions when going about buying your knife, especially if you're looking to upgrade it in the future and having this as kind of just a starter knife. But yeah, just don't take it too seriously and just buy what you like. The first thing we're going to be talking about on this list is what to avoid, and one of the biggest things here is a StatTrak knife. Now you might think the knives follow the same principle as play skins, making the StatTrak ones exponentially more than the non-StatTrak ones, but that is not true. Even though it's 10 times more rare to get a knife in StatTrak than non-StatTrak, the market for them is very low and people tend to stay away from them, so they sell for a lot cheaper usually and they are a lot harder to sell. The second thing to avoid here that we're going to be talking about is overpaying for rare patterns. Now again, buy what you like and buy what makes you happy, but when overpaying for a rare pattern on a knife especially, it's going to take a lot longer to sell, and chances are you are not going to get anywhere close to what you paid for it out of this knife. An example here that I have from a personal experience is when I overpaid about $300 for a very good pattern on an M9 case hardened. It had a lot of blue on it and it was classified as a tier 2 blue gem, but when I went to sell it, I maybe got $1,100, close to $1,000 when I paid $1,200 for it. And I went into this knife knowing I was going to lose money on it, but I played with it for a while and I enjoyed it. So again, buy what makes you happy. Just know if you get something with a rare pattern like this, you are not going to get what you paid out of it. The last thing that I'm going to touch on here on what to avoid is just buy a stable knife. Do not go into this blind without doing a bunch of research, because these knives go for a lot of money and you don't want to pay a bunch of money and then a month later it's down $100 or $200, even more. So yeah, just do your research. Don't make a dumb decision and just enjoy what you buy. The second topic I'm going to be touching on today is what you should be looking for and what you should be doing when buying your first knife. One of the most important things you should be doing when buying your knife is taking your time and looking for a great deal. You could even go to skin websites that allow offers. You can send offers out to people and you could easily get a very big discount on the knife you're looking at. Another big thing to look for when buying your first knife is look for a good float. For example, if you're getting like a field tested knife, a lot of times you can find a lower float field tested for the same price as a higher float field tested. And this will make it easier to sell, and as a little bonus, you might even be able to sell it for more than you paid for it. The last thing I'm going to talk about here, and I've already touched on it a little bit throughout this video, is just to buy what makes you happy. Don't buy something to impress someone else. Buy something to impress yourself. It's all about, what you like and what you want to play with. So just make the right choice and get what you like. The third topic I'm going to be talking about here today is where you should be buying your knife. And I'll start out by saying do not use the Steam market. Counter-Strike skins on the Steam market are way overpriced. Instead, go for a good cash trading website such as CS2. On here, you'll be able to see a lot more details and information about the specific knife you're buying that you can never find on the Steam market, such as the exact percentage you are overpaying or underpaying, the exact float, detailed screenshots, and a whole sales history graph of what the knife has been doing in the market. All of these factors here are very important to pay attention to when buying your knife, so keep a good eye out for these. The fourth thing we're going to be discussing today is how to go about selling your knife when you're ready to upgrade or if you're just ready to cash in. Again, I stress here, do not use the Steam market to sell your knife. If you use the Steam market, all the money you get from the knife is going straight to your Steam balance. And with your Steam balance, all you could do is buy other items or other games with it. You cannot withdraw it to your bank account. And as well, if you want to top off and buy a new knife, you're also going to be paying a lot more for the new knife on the Steam market. Use a good cash trading website like CS Float. There are very minimal fees, and at the end of the day, you can take that money off float straight into your bank account. You could also go through a reputable cash trader in the CS community, such as Anomaly or TDM Jesus. The only downside to using a cash trader or a cash trading website now after the new update funds are usually held for about a week or 8 days or so until you're able to use them. But in my opinion, it's a lot better having money that you can take into your bank account rather than having money just kind of locked in the Steam market. The last thing I want to talk about in this video today is probably one of the most important things, and that is scammers. When you buy your first knife, scammers are going to start adding you almost every day. I think for me, I get like close to 10 scammers adding me every day. And it doesn't even matter how expensive the knife is. It's happened to me when I've owned a $5,000 butterfly, and it's still happened to me when I only owned a $60 falchion knife. At least from a lot of the scammers that have been adding me lately, they always have very nicely set up profiles. They'll have a lot of decorations on there. They'll make it look very nice and professional. But the one thing you need to check if you get a friend request that you don't know, check their inventory. A lot of times the scammers are always going to have it privated, and if they don't, their inventory has nothing in it. If you check their Counter-Strike inventory, they'll have no skins at all. So always make sure to check that if you get a friend request that you don't know. That's going to do it on today's video. I really hope this helped a lot of you guys. I know if I knew a lot of this back in the day, it would have helped me a lot getting into the skins market. But yeah, just let me know if this helped you guys. I always love reading all the things you guys have to say down there. I love making these videos. But yeah, that's about it. Take care.